So, hello everybody. We are back again with another episode of Time Out Cricket Podcast. As usual, with me, Biswajay Kumar Das, my partner in crime, as we always have said in this podcast. And today, we're going to start with a team with so many memes, trolls, as well as a huge fan base. Royal Challengers Bangalore, or maybe Bangalore Royal Challengers. Biswajay.
Hello everyone. Yes, Ohi, as you rightly said, RCB, a team with lot of trolls, lot of memes, but one cannot deny it's a big team. It's a huge team with a big fan base. Now, what sets this team apart? Mainly, if you see, it's because of the fans and because of two players who are iconic, Virat Kohli and the alien AB de Villiers. So this team, every year, they say it is the team to look out for. I don't think this year is any different.
But let's look into this way. Like, we know that there is Virat Kohli, the master, the King Kohli, as well as we have that man from outspace, AB de Villiers, as you said, alien AB de Villiers. But if you look at ABD and Virat Kohli, if you take these two names out of the equation, do you see Royal Challengers Bangalore as a formidable team?
Royal Challengers Bangalore reminds me a lot about the English football team from the late 2000s when David Beckham was a captain. Because there was a saying, this team is excellent on paper, rubbish on grass. So Royal Challengers Bangalore is like that. If you see every year on paper, there is a there are huge hype. There is a huge, there are many statisticians who says that this is a team to beat every year. This is a team to
Right,
look out for.
right,
Unfortunately, every year they end up in the bottom half. Okay, and hence the memes come. So what what is the main reason that this team is having that lacuna every year as compared to a CSK or a Mumbai Indians? You know
right,
what? You answer this thing. Two players, AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli. Barring that, every year there is a chop and churn. Every year there are changes. Every year there are new faces coming up,
right,
old faces going out.
right,
Okay, so you
right,
cannot make a team if you don't back your players. You cannot make a team if you bring in new sets of player every after 12 months. So that
right,
is a difference between say a Mumbai Indians or a CSK and an RCB.
right, right. Now, let's move on directly to the key players of RCB. We have this section, as our audience know, we have the key players section first. So, whom do you think? Who will play the important role in RCB? As always, we know there are two names. Obviously, I think this time my two names will match with your two. I believe so. King Kohli, ABD. Uh, am I right or wrong?
Ovi, starting say from 2011 or 12, these two names are pertinent every year.
Right,
These two names are pertinent every year. So that's what we discussed. That King Kohli and the alien AB de Villiers is the
right,
pertinent name every year. But this
right,
is where the buck stops. After that, there are new faces. So again, coming to the question, key players this year,
right,
as per me, as per anyone who understands an basic iota of cricket, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli are there.
right.
Third player I feel should be Yuzi Chahal. I know he is coming, he has faced some slump in his career. He
Mm-hmm.
has been taken for lots of run in the past few international matches.
Right,
He has not created that impact per se, but
right,
he is your key player for RCB who can give you the breakthroughs in between and can control the runs.
right. Let's talk a little bit of Virat Kohli as a key player. Let me take him out of that captaincy thing. The batsman Virat Kohli as a key player of RCB. How important he is going to be in this IPL 2021.
Ovik, this 2021 IPL is very, very essential for Virat Kohli, the batsman, more than the captain. The reason why I'm saying this is that he publicly announced that he is going to open for RCB this year, keeping in mind the T20 World Cup in October, November.
Right.
Now he will be getting at least 14 games for opening.
Right.
Okay, so everyone needs to see, and the positions of many players of the Indian cricket team, be it KL Rahul, be it Ishan Kishan, is hanging in balance how Virat Kohli gets his mojo as an opener in this IPL. It is
Right.
very essential. Can
Right.
he give you that start? Can
Right.
he control the innings in the middle? And
Mm-hmm.
can he finish? And
Hmm.
we have seen that. We have seen that in the England T20 series, Virat Kohli in top, especially as opener, is devastating. And there is a saying: your top three batsmen should play because in T20 you get less time. You get 120 balls only.
So just to add one thing, we it's not the first time we are going to see Virat Kohli opening for RCB. He had done it multiple times in the past as well. Now, ABD at almost at an age where one should stop playing. Like we have discussed the same thing with MS Dhoni. But MS Dhoni looked bit rusty last season. ABD never looks like that. So what's in the future for ABD?
AB de Villiers. We all know he retired from South African cricket when he was at his prime. After that, every year he turns up, plays for RCB, and every year he wins you at least 3, 4 matches, or at least creates that impact as a batsman. Which creates care in the opposition's mind. This year will be no different. And
Right.
believe me, don't be surprised if ABD wins you at least 3, 4 games. And ABD at prime, ABD with runs is very important for Virat Kohli, the captain's confidence too.
Moving on to the next part, that is our X factor. The X factor, and who will be the X factor for RCB?
Uh, this year, one X factor I'm really keen to see is a New Zealand less known wicketkeeper, Finn Allen. The
Okay.
reason is that I was following Finn Allen's career in the domestic circuit,
Okay.
and I was astonished to see he has a strike rate of more than 180.
Okay.
Andre Russell has such strike rate in IPL. So
Right.
you can imagine. For me, I believe if he opens with Virat Kohli, because if Virat Kohli takes some balls to get set, he will not come from the first ball and play. He will take at least couple of overs to get set.
Right.
Finn Allen can hit you from the go. Finn Allen is such a player; he can give you scores like 3 overs, 45 for zero. He's such player, and in that time, Virat Kohli can get set. I am really keen to see Finn Allen playing this IPL because of his prowess and being a Kiwi and being he can play such reverse sweep, slog sweep like a normal and like AB de Villiers. So I am really keen to see him perform this IPL.
So let's see whether Phil Allen can justify his strike rate or not this IPL. Okay, so moving on to our next X Factor player.
Next X Factor player, every IPL, he is the X Factor, he is the big show. Every IPL, he's a big ticket player. And every IPL, after the auction, there is a lot of speculation, there is a lot of talks why he has gone for such high rate. You know, there is a saying that the price of petrol and the price of Glenn Maxwell increases every year. My next X Factor player is Glenn Maxwell. See, Glenn Maxwell is a big show. Glenn Maxwell can change the course of a game
Right.
within few balls, and he is a gun fielder, and he can give you couple of overs in the middle. But
Right.
all the qualities which I have said is when he wears the yellow Australian jersey, not when he dons the IPL any team jersey, barring the 2014 season where he changed games for Kings 11 Punjab. He was the main reason why Kings 11 made to the final of 2014 and faced KKR. So after that, every season, Glenn Maxwell has unable to live to that hype of big show, has been unable to live to the hype of the big ticket player. Last IPL, there was a really astonishing stat is that he did not hit a single six. 2020 IPL, he did not hit a single six. So you can imagine. So a player like Glenn Maxwell, if he lives up to his reputation, then that RCB middle order is looking scary. My third X Factor player is a player who really punched above his weight is Washington Sundar.
Okay.
Washington Sundar has really proved his mettle in batting, but in test match cricket, where he takes few amount of balls to get set, and he has some class, some talent in him where he plays such beautiful shots, such beautiful shots. Washi is an excellent bowler in power play, and with the schedule which I'm seeing, they have games in Chennai, in Ahmedabad, where he can be handful. So Washington Sundar, only thing is that his batting in the shorter format, in the white ball cricket, is there to be proved, is there to be seen. And I hope he's the key. He turns out to be the main X factor for us this year. Because it will be beneficial for India to coming to the World Cup later part of the year.
Okay. Just to add one point, not with Washington Sundar, but with Glenn Maxwell, he almost hit a six against KKR, but that was 1 inch short. I think you remember that match against Sunil Narine.
So against Sunil Narine, and luckily we won the game, I guess, by if the six was being hit, then it would have been a tie match. If my memory serves me right,
it would have gone into a super over, but we ended
Super
up with
over.
winning by I think 2 runs. Yeah, right. So that was the closest last season Glenn Maxwell went to hit a six. Okay, moving on to our next section, players to look out for. So there are a couple of names, new names in the team. Your thought on that?
Obi, coming to this, the players to look out for every year. RCB has certain players to look out for because every year they bring out they buy few players with high price in the auction. This IPL, they broke bank for one player, that is Kylie Jameson from New Zealand. One thing everyone should know, Kylie Jameson created a huge impact in Test cricket, where he took 5 wickets for fun. But that was in Test cricket in New Zealand, where the pitch and the outfield cannot be separated. How impactful he will be in IPL in India, that is a thing which beckons answer. Because see, I have one stat in front of me. Kylie Jameson has played very few T20 matches for New Zealand.
Right.
He has gone for a economy rate of nearing 10. Coming to the second player, I'm looking forward to is a player who has really done well in the Indian domestic circuit. That is Mohammad Azharuddin. Mohammad Azharuddin really plays some beautiful flick shots like senior Azharuddin. So I am really looking, and I have seen the Saeed Mustaq Ali Trophy where he played some beautiful innings. Okay, I am looking forward to see him play. He has an excellent strike rate of more than 140. He can play in the middle order, and he can give you that quick 30-40 runs. Means he can be somewhere like a Surya Kumar Yadav, what he does for Mumbai Indians.
Okay. Now, ending with the whole thing, like we are about to end our session for today. And before we end off our discussion, two things. Obviously, we're going to discuss our probable 11. But before I move on to that final section, I want to ask you one question. Where is Devdutt Padikkal in your list? We didn't discuss about Devdutt Padikkal, the boy wonder who played excellent innings last season, and he has a terrific domestic season. Please.
Unfortunately, yesterday I read a news that Devdutt Padikkal has tested positive for COVID.
Right.
Okay. He is in isolation. Okay. And he might not be able to play the first couple of games for RCB because of the BCCI protocols. Like there is a 10-day isolation and a cardiac screening will happen. So I guess he might not play the first two games. But if you remember, Devdutt Padikkal had the runs. but not the strike rate. Virat Kohli is opening. And if Devdutt Padikkal opens with Virat Kohli, then you might see 3 or 4 overs has passed. RCB 4 overs, 18 for 0. So that is very because right now in the day in current T20 you cannot nullify your power play. So for me, if Virat Kohli is opening, you need to have that hammer and tong player along with him. And for me, Finn Allen should open with him.
Okay, but Devdutt Padikkal, as per like from my sources somewhere, I heard, maybe I'm wrong, maybe that's a rumor. I heard apart from the COVID positive thing happened, he might be injured. That is something that we have to take it. Well, I'm not sure about the news, but I just read somewhere on the web that he is injured and RCB has not taken a call whether he's going to play for this season or not. That's gone for Devdutt Padikkal. So let's move on to our probable 11. Your take on the probable 11 this year.
Before discussing the probable 11, we need to see where RCB are playing their 14 games. 3 in
Okay.
Chennai, 2
Yeah.
in Ahmedabad, sorry, 2 in Mumbai, 4 in Ahmedabad, 5 in Kolkata. Apart from Chennai, all the other grounds are high scoring grounds.
Right.
So that is the main reason I said we need to have a hammer and tong player along with Virat Kohli in the top. So keeping in mind, my probable 11 is that Virat Kohli, Finn
Virat
Allen,
Kohli.
your wicket keeper,
Mm-hmm.
AB de Villiers, Glenn Maxwell, Mohammad Azharuddin, Washington Sundar, Harshal Patel for his all-round abilities, Kylie Jamison, Navdeep Saini,
Okay.
Yuzi Chahal,
Okay.
and Mohammad Siraj.
Mohammad
For
Siraj.
the 3 games in Chennai, I would have been tempted to play, say, someone like Adam Zampa in place, say, of a Finn Allen. The reason why I'm saying this, and a batsman in place of Navdeep Saini. Why I'm saying this is that in Chennai, I doubt how much successful Finn Allen will be.
Hmm.
And in Chennai, you need one extra wristy along with
Yeah.
you. But unfortunately, I think Zampa, because of his marriage, has not come yet, and he might miss first 2 games. And after that, the games are in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, and Kolkata. So I think that is gone.
I'm not sure whether Glenn Maxwell is going to play properly or not because every time every time he comes out every season we find him like fizzled out of nowhere. So no, let's hope that they are going to do well. So
So before ending of week, I would like
yes,
to ask you a question.
yeah,
My favorite question.
yeah,
Where do you see RCB finishing 2021 IPL?
6 or 7, 6 or 7. Why I'm saying this, there is a reason behind that. Number one, it's not like that I have anything against RCB. They are a very good team. I'm a big fan of Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers. To be honest, I am a big fan of AB de Villiers than Virat Kohli. But one thing that is keeping like always hitting my mind is that they are bringing almost the same team composition in this year, last season and this season. Last season, if you have noticed, the first few games they were on the top, and the last games they were like nowhere to be found. And the same thing happened in the playoffs as well. I don't see them in playoffs. I don't at all see them in the playoffs because I don't have any hope on Glenn Maxwell much. I don't know why RCB spent so much money on Glenn Maxwell.
If you ask me, Ovik, I second you. I couldn't agree more with you. This year, I don't see RCB finishing in the playoffs. I was very surprised with the bidding of Glenn Maxwell, and I feel they missed one very good player, Devon Convoy from New Zealand. He is a player and under the radar, but he can hit the long ball. He's consistent. Consistency is the problem for RCB. They could have gone for Devon Convoy, but again, what I believe that RCB might be having the same old problem, death bowling, middle order issues, and all, and they might be fizzling out quite soon.
Okay, so let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for a good performance from RCB. And with that, we are signing out for today. And in the next episode, we are going to discuss another IPL team. Let's hope which one we don't know, but let's see what comes into feature. Thank you, Vishajay. Thank you very much for joining. And again,
I request our audience.
yeah,
I
right.
request our audience.
You do the honors.
Please like, share, subscribe. Give your team in the comment section. If you disagree with us, please mention that. If you agree with us, do write that. And do subscribe to our channel. Goodbye, everyone. Till our next video. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Bye. Bye.